All right, not really used to speaking in front of a mic, but I'll try my best. I have a little cheat sheet that Luke gave me, so I'm just going to go down the front right there and try to make this as pleasurable as possible. About 7 years ago, I was looking for a place to train to supplement my military training as far as martial arts. I was first degree black belt in Taekwondo. I got that in Germany. I was a wrestler in high school, and when I got back from Korea and I was having my Army career wind down, I really wanted to start to actually implement my grappling a lot more. So literally, the day I met Luke, I had been on the website and I just typed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a lot of places popped up. I think the second place that we were at on East Patchett Street was a Jiu-Jitsu place. I think it was Moses, somebody.
Charlie Brown, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. And I had met those guys before, and I went in there and I was asking about their jiu-jitsu training, and they said, oh, we got 3 other people that are in the area. They said, Sensei this, Sensei that. And they said, oh yeah, there's this guy named Sensei Reinhardt. I said, well, what does he do? Oh, he's those Gracie guys, UFC guys. I said, okay, thank you. So I walked out, and that was the person I was looking for. So literally the next day I went to lunch at Cacique's, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was sitting there by myself having lunch. I used to work over there by West Patchett Street, and Luke, Katie, a very young Grayson, and his mom walked in. So, and I had seen his picture on the website. So Luke walks in and he's got on some khaki shorts, some flip-flops, an A shirt, which is politically incorrect, called a wife beater, and a big old cowboy hat, a strong cowboy hat. So I saw him walk in, the first thing I thought was, wow, he's brave to look like that. So then after he sat down, I don't know if he saw me looking at him, but I kept looking and I said, wait, that's the guy from the website I was looking at. So for the BJJ, and I said, he's got to be a tough dude to come in there. So I walked over to him and I said, hey, are you Luke Reinhardt? He said, yes, I am. I said, oh, I've been looking at your website as far as the Clinch Academy. I'm very interested. And the first thing he said to me is, why don't you come by tonight? And he caught me off guard. I was like, well, I don't think I'm ready. Yeah, I'll get back with you. So, kind of like how he said, where everybody's like, well, we want to get in shape first, we want to do this. He really caught me off guard with that. So that was the first time I met him, and like I said, 7 years from that date, I've still been there. Training at the Clinch is what I wanted to do. Was when I was in Fort Lewis, U.S. Army Rangers, they were just learning from Horace Gracie as far as the grappling scene. And so I used to just literally go up to the gym where they train, and I just hang around when they get done training, and I just would fight those guys. And all I had was a wrestling background, so I didn't really do too well. So at that point, I was kind of piecing it together. And I told myself when I met him is that I wanted to learn how to do it correctly, because I was successful, and then sometimes I was not. But I wanted to learn how to do everything correctly. So then that's when I made my mind up. I was going to go to somebody I thought could teach me correctly, and that's what really started me going to the Clinch. My goals for coming in, that was number 1. Number 2, I'm very into physical fitness, so I knew with a wrestling background that would also supplement being physically fit, because if you have not trained in jiu-jitsu, just in a regular 5 to 10 minute drill in there, you're going to get an all over body workout with the pushing and the pulling and the grabbing and things like that, especially if you go against somebody who's better than you. You're really going to get a workout. So those were some of my goals with training. If I have to compare and contrast my experience at the Clinch with other martial arts schools, I first started learning Taekwondo from my staff sergeant squad leader in Germany. He came into the squad room one day and he started printing out some paperwork. And he told me, Pailen, go get those paperwork off the printer. I said, what for? He said, because I told you to go get them, go get them. So I went over there and grabbed them, and there was a bunch of diagrams of kicks and forms and things like that. I said, Staff Sergeant, what's this right here? He's like, you don't want to know about that. And he just ripped it out of my hand. I said, no, I want to know. And he's like, well, if you want to know, meet me at the gym tomorrow at 11:30. So I met him at the gym the next day at 11:30, and he started teaching me Taekwondo. So that was my first experience into the martial arts. So if I have to compare that to this, I can kind of say it's awesome, kind of the same way, because he was at the mud polo when I first went there, very small. I think at the most there were maybe 10 to 15 students, and it was very personalized. And I had gotten used to that personalized teaching from when I was going one-on-one with my squad leader back in Germany in the 90s. So if I say compare and contrast, I think they're very close to the same for me in my experience when I first started with Luke. What's the best lesson I've learned as a result of training at the Clinch? It's got to be humility. I think I learned it on Thursday's class when we were training the mount, and I was trapped underneath Luke for the 5-minute drill. If any of you have gone up against Tom or Luke or Josh or Joey and you've got underneath that mount, trust me, it's very humbling. And you know, a lot of times, even though I've been doing it 7 years, recently got promoted to brown belt, I literally sat there and was like, you know, man, I can tap, he'll stop, but do I want to do that? Don't think it doesn't go through my mind after doing this for 7 years when you're getting crushed like that. I still can say, oh, he won't know anything, I'll just tap. You know, I'll let him go, but I don't. So humility is one thing I've really learned. You know, you got to put that ego to the side, and you know, even though it's pressuring and it's very, you know, painful, you just fight through it. And you know I'm going to get better, because the longer I last underneath that and get a chance to escape, then the better I'm going to get. So that's what I kind of bring away from there. My future plans and current experience of being part of the Clinch. My future plans, like I did with my Taekwondo instructor. 1 instructor, 1 black belt. Same thing with him. 1 instructor, 1 black belt. I'm a very loyal guy, so my plans are to get my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from the only instructor that's taught me that, and that's him. Just like my Taekwondo instructor. I stayed with him for 3 years and got my black belt in that. So that's my future. I would like to further help him expand the academy, you know, expand my repertoire and teaching beyond the kids class, you know, teaching adult classes at certain times if you allow that. My Stations of Success martial arts program, my bully program that I do on Saturdays, I'd like to expand that a lot more. And current experience of being there is, like I said, I was asked, I think by Doug, when I was in line to get the appetizer, he asked me, am I nervous? And I said, I don't think I am nervous because I know everybody in here. So it's not like I'm speaking to anybody I haven't seen before. So if I do make a mistake or I do stutter, I'm pretty sure you'd be very forgiving. So that's my current experience, and I like training there, and that's my story.
Thank you very much.